there is the need to give a thriving civic space to our people in Nigeria, and of course to respect media freedom, the state of freedom of expression in Nigeria, people-centered legislations, obedience to the rule of law, and involvement of the people. Now, I want us to remember that democracy is not just voting, going to the poll to vote. It entails the right of the people to know how they are being governed, as provided by the law, and the right of the people to be able to express their mind when they are not properly governed, without the fear of being detained, without the fear of being harassed, without the fear of being subjected to any restriction or limitation. And so what we are saying here today is that there is the need to have this in Nigeria, because as of today, we don't have it. And all the laws applicable in Nigeria, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which we call the ground norm, the primary law, Section 39, Section 40, provides for press freedom, expression, free expression, and assembly. And all the international conventions and treaties in Nigeria that are applicable in Nigeria by virtue of being signatories to these treaties. The International Convention on Socio-Political Rights, the International Covenant on Socio-Economic Rights, African Charter, and so many other treaties. They all recognize the need for freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, the right of the people to information, and their rights, their need to express their views when they are not being properly governed. As a matter of fact, specifically, Section 22 places a duty on the media to make sure that the people have access to information. Despite the fact that we have laws protecting freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, right of the people to information, we still discover that people are being harassed. Journalists are being harassed every day. They are being detained. They have been taken to court under different types of guises. And we ask, don't we have laws? Police detain journalists at different times. As a matter of fact, when we go to court, perhaps we should know this, and we challenge it, and the court gives us judgment. Well, damages are awarded for the unlawful detention of a journalist. The government do not pay. They do not obey their own laws. And these are the laws they have made for themselves to execute by the judiciary they have set up to pronounce on them. And at the end of the day, they refuse to obey. There are millions of damages that were awarded for the prosecution of journalists in Nigeria. Up to today, they are not paid. Since civic space is sacrosanct in promoting democracy, human rights, and public accountability, the civil society organizations should collaborate with mass organizations to challenge the forces that are shrinking this civil space. Permit me, therefore, to call on Nigerian lawyers to constantly use public interest litigation to counter this restriction on civic space, and to hold government at all levels to account for the resulting violations of human rights.